Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's been a bit. We've been busy messing around with the Scout and the show Rides on Richmond. It's a show that myself and Dos Tacos put on. So that's been a lot of planning. It's in 2 days, so on Sunday, the July 20th. Every night so far I've been working on the Scout, trying to get the steering acting right. We've switched steering boxes. We've gone from the original drag links to a 7/8 DOM with 3/4 Heims from TMR. Added a steering stabilizer into it, and then it still wasn't right, so I cut up some caster blocks on the Langmuir table last night and put 7 degrees into it. I have a feeling it was a little positive, so that definitely helped out with how it's tracking, so that's good. But we're ready to move on to the next project. So we've got the 57 up next. So the 57 is pretty heavily modified. This car has been in my life since I was 11, in its original version. So this car was bought by my dad for $300 in Hamilton, and he was going to build it, but the frame was rotten. It had been rear-ended, so one of the fins was tweaked, and it wasn't really the best start. So Uncle found a better body and better chassis, so my dad started building that one. So now he's got his 57 210. This is a 150 car that we're going to modify to a Bel Air. So he's driving that car, enjoying that. And this was just out at my grandparents' farm. They moved, so the car needed to go somewhere, so I took it and decided it was in such bad shape that let me try doing some stuff on it, and if it works out, it works out. So the car is chopped 3.5 inches. So I've got a factory back window in it, just leaned the quarter windows. I changed the angles in the corners, changed the radius. The front window is going to be the trick. So I've got a front window in the basement. We're going to do a buck out of it and try cutting it to see if we can get an original to fit. The car is also sectioned, so cut around the entire car. Took 2 inches out of that. So with all that, if I were to put original seats in it, you'd be through the roof, taking 5.5 inches out of it. So we've got Thunderbird seats in it, a Jenny shifter in it, and a full chassis that I built during COVID. It's got a 70 Camaro front clip that's been narrowed 4 inches because that's what was available during COVID when I did this. From the firewall back is all custom. It's got kickovers. All the air ride is hidden underneath this car. It's got a stainless fuel cell that I built. The tank is under the car. All the valves are under the car, except in the front. They're under the hood. It's got a 15-inch by 5. I love 15 by 5 wheels. That's a 275 or a 205 75 15 tire. We're going with the Canadian style front bumper, the one piece. I have another floating bar that's in better shape. We're going to run pretty much the stock up front. I think I'm going to shave out the emblem out the front and clean it up. I do have some hood bolt or some bullets for here. I've always liked the chrome bullets here. The rubbers are cool, but the chromes are better, my opinion. So we've also shaved the entire dash, aside from the gauges. So all we're going to do is have the gauges in here, the clock shaved out, the radio shaved, the glove box, the ashtray, climate control, all that's gone. And it did have this car was a manual transmission car, but with all the chop and everything, I thought an automatic car would be better. So it's got a 305 and a turbo 350 The rear end in this car, it's funny because this rear end has been, the original rear end from this car was in, still is in the 54, but I've changed out gear sets and it's almost time to get pulled out. So this rear end is the rear end out of my dad's 57, the last one, because he kept blowing rear ends apart with the 383 stroker that's in his car. So I've always had a vibration on the passenger side of this car. That's where this car was hit. So I think I have a slightly bent axle in my car. So I'm going to swap out to that axle down there, probably in the next 2 weeks. So with this one, my vision now is we've got some parts. The steering column needs to be rebuilt. It's a factory steering column down to the 70 Camaro steering box. I've got the rubbers in here. So we got our front rear rubber for the windshields. We've got our steering components, or our steering column components there. There's our bumper bullets. So I'm going to stick the bumper bullets on tonight because I want to see them. I think they'll look rad on there. Right now I've just got the Oldsmobile Fiestas on there. I do actually like the look of them. I think they look super cool, but I've got different plans. I'm still thinking 57 Caddy with a little bit of spice on it. It's going to look good on there. So we've already done the shifter. Did a piece of 1/2-inch stainless. Ran it right up to the window. Got the grenade on there, of course. We're going to run a 56 Chevy Bel Air steering wheel. I did change the angle of the fins in the back. It's hard to tell from here. That angle's changed. I got a lot of sheet metal work to do. The rear fenders, I got to do the inner fenders still. They're not done. I've got to fix the front fenders. They're not attached yet. Obviously the doors, we got some work there to do. The doors are going to get shaved. At some point, I'd like to just get the car running. Or sorry, it hasn't run in a year. I had issues with it puking oil out everywhere. I did find that the dipstick tube was missing. So that's all fixed. Transmission's fixed. It's got a MacGyvered drive shaft in it right now, so I'll have to get a drive shaft made by London Driveline. They've been doing all of my drive shafts. And we did do a couple mock-ups with bubble skirts and the 57 Bel Air trim on the car. And I was originally wanting to do this as a 150 car, but the 150 trim comes down here and would have stopped here. You can see on the door, but it actually comes down to here because of the section. So it looks horrible. I don't like it. The Bel Air trim looks way better on it. And then another thing with the Bel Air trim, so the Bel Air trim would come all the way through, go underneath of the gills, and almost to the front bezel. Well, now it's going to stop here because it doesn't look right. So we'll be cutting some trim, ending it, obviously gapping it, and then the Bel Air trim, where it ends, because of the section, it actually needs to be shortened too. So we'll be shortening all of that, and this is the next one. I'm really excited to get back on this one. It's been on the back burner for a long time while I work on other things, but now it's time to get going on this. So we'll get those bumper bullets on, see how that looks. All right, I got the bullets on the front. So there's the look. I like it way better. They just go on by a single bolt. It goes through the bumper right there. And then there's a spacer in behind, and it holds that whole bumper end onto the bumper. So those are on. One more thing off the list. Look awesome. I think they add to the shape of the car. But that's it. We're going to get into Probably doing the wheel wells next. Like I said, in behind here, there's wheel wells up and around, but they don't come down here. They don't attach to the bottom here. So I got to finish those out. In the original car, they would come out almost to the quarter panel, and then there was a rubber that went in there, and that rubber would seal it to the body. But I'm gonna do it kind of like how the 54 is, where it's coming down here. I'm gonna create a piece that follows that, plus comes on the inside of this lip, and that's how I think I'm gonna do those. We'll wait till I get the back tires off, get it figured out, but no, it's looking sick. There's the Scout, so you can see, not really, but the 7/8 DOM tubing. So we're pretty much a wrap on that one. Drive it, debug it, enjoy it. So check out the next one. We'll get into some sheet metal fab. Actually, next one might be the show. We'll see. But thanks for watching along, guys.